Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. Unrest is rumored to have shaken the royal household as Queen Naomi returns as senior wife from August 2025. They said Ebony, Igbi, and Gospel to exit if they want to. As in fact, the story it is long. Okay. Now, what we are hearing is that there was this sitting of elders, and one of the major reasons why they sad is that after the full moon ritual next week, should Yanifa come with everything, there will be running against time to ensure that they finish the full moon ritual next week. Now, and after the full moon ritual, when everything has happened and Nami has been reinstated, what is she going to be reinstated as? Is she going to be reinstated as your wife? Or she's going to be reinstated as your first wife, or the Yeye Oluwa of the source? Kabiyesi said as his first wife. That there the wahala start. They argued and argued and argued, and they said it's not fair that all of those elders, so they still have some who are against Naomi. That it's not fair that she was in the palace, she had the opportunity, she jumped, she left the opportunity and went away, and now she will come and meet the same position for which she rejected initially. That it is not fair for that to continue to happen in the household of Oduduwa, that they shouldn't allow it. And Kabiyesi insisted that in the absence of Igbi, in the absence of Ebony, and in the absence of Gospel, he wants Queen Naomi to retain her position as the senior wife, because he does not know what is going to happen. That there is a tendency that these three might leave. The reason why they might leave is because he is taking his traditional immunity from them. And you do know that without the traditional immunity, you cannot continue to sit in the house of Oduduwa and continue to do the kind of things they have been doing and succeed there. It's either you're choosing to buy or you're choosing to leave. And one of those will happen. And he is not going to be responsible for anybody. He is taking away that immunity from them. And so he insisted that his wife should remain, the senior wife and the Yeye Oluwa of the source. They brought in politics that Oni should allow the people who are there. After all, Nami is not even interested and all of that. Oni of Ife told them that is the elders, that nobody will tell him what to do. As we are hearing what is going on now, nobody will tell him what to do. That Naomi is his wife. He has the right to decide where Naomi stays, or where Naomi does not stay, or where Naomi stands, or what position Naomi has. That is nobody's business. That how is it that their mind is so dark that with everything that has been going on, they are still comfortable to think that it is okay to allow these women to continue to, be at the helm of affair. Why? How is it even possible that was the question people were asking, and the Oni of Ife himself was asking? So the information we got, they say the royal household is once again in uproar. Okay, following months of prophetic signs, royal rituals, and secretive meetings behind closed doors, a bombshell has dropped in the heart of Ile-Ife. Queen Naomi is set to return, to her normal position in August 2025 as the senior wife to the Oni of Ife and Yeye Oluwa of the source. Sources close to the palace reveal that a heated argument erupted among the Council of Elders when the Oni of Ife made his final decision. Queen Naomi will be reinstated to her full position as senior wife with a due right and authority regardless of past controversies or the approval of some junior queens. Okay, they said this is what they are saying. Okay, they said the announcement sent shockwave through the ranks of other queens, especially Ebony, Igbi, and Gospel, who reportedly felt betrayed and disregarded by the decision. An inside source claim they have, packed up emotionally. Ebony has already, moved personal belongings to go and sleep in her parents' place. She's devastated over that information. Now, recall that they announced it that morning from what we are hearing. But why is it coming back again? is because they said there was serious wahala with the elders. Elders were arguing from left to right, right to okay. They now said that okay, at least they should leave it for this year. Okay, that they should leave it for this year. That let it stay the way it is for the whole of this year. Then by January, they will decide whether they will shift the position from one person to the other. Kabiyesi said no, that the reason why he is doing this is because he's taking away immunity from these Oloris, okay? And so he does not want them to be in any kind of position. Now, you know that traditionally, Kabiyesi is not supposed to divorce any one of them. Yes, their tradition does not allow that. So no matter how they behave, no matter how badly they behave, they will stay there. They will stay there, okay? Yes, no matter how badly they behave, they will stay there. I don't know that, well, I don't want to say anything, but I don't know this kind of tradition. He cannot divorce them. So because he cannot divorce them, he said he cannot continue to protect them. That they are his wife, so he knows and everything, but he cannot continue to allow them have immunity because the immunity is not being used to do something reasonable. It is being used to do evil to other people. That is if this information is correct, that he is not ready to continue to give them immunity, that he is exhausted, he doesn't want to do it anymore, and it's taking it away from them. Now, you and I know what will happen if he takes away immunity from them. There is a likelihood. I think that is this thing that they have been saying, that the Oloris will leave because they will leave. They said they were hala in the palace. Everybody is upset. Everybody is angry and all of that. And they said, despite palace elders initially resisting the move, fearing division or a public relations disaster, the Ooni of Ife stood firm, invoking royal decree and reminding them of Queen Naomi's enduring grace, popularity with the people, and her divine role in Ile-Ife. That has not gone away since she left the palace. She is who she is. She is somebody that is loved by people, and she carries so much grace, and that he loves his wife no matter what. And they even came up with another argument. If she's not going to stay in the palace, what is going to happen? The Kabiyesi said it doesn't even matter. It does not matter. The women who are in the palace now, how many times do they stay in the palace? Is Ebony not staying in the UK? Dr. Elizabeth, does it stay in Ile-Ife? They are always gone. Most times they go for as long as 6 months. So why should Queen Naomi's case be different? If Queen Naomi is married to him and staying in the UK, it's still the same thing. It's not going to make any difference. Nobody should bring that as a yardstick for argument. They said that was what the Ooni of Ife said to them. Naomi is returning back to her position. The same position she left in 3 years ago is the same position she is returning back to in the life of the Ooni of Ife. They said this is not a small thing. Neither is it something that is funny in the eyes of the Oloris. Going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.